Okay, so this video is going to be about page 12, which is right next to page 11. So you just finished page 11. Moving over to page 12. Get that written in there. And you are going to need this page and this page. So if you want to pause the video and go find this one right here, and then this word density, we're going to get started on that in just a second. Okay, so first we're going to do the word density. Let's just get that one over with. So get your pen, and you also need your picture that goes with it. It's the last one left. It looks like this. And let's get zoomed in on here. Let me get this one out of the way. And stuck. Okay, so you have this picture. Okay. So density. So my definition for the word density, if you looked in my super amazing, one-of-a-kind science dictionary, says that density is an object, so that's just a thing, mass divided by its volume. So that's just how much is in it divided by how big it is, or how much it can hold. So it is a measure of how many particles, remember you can pause this at any time if I'm going too fast, are packed together into a certain amount of space. So that's just how much stuff is fit into one little space. And I want you to add, so this is going to be kind of like our speed triangle, density triangle. So draw your little triangle up here. So we're going to remember density is mass divided by volume, so m divided by v. Okay, now our two questions, and don't forget that you have to do the third one. Sorry, I didn't leave you a lot of room on that one. I'm going to put this one sideways because I have the space. Okay, so what do the letters in the density triangle stand for? So there's the density triangle. Tell me what those three letters stand for. They're all up here. Which would be more dense, a bowling ball or a beach ball? So if I have a bowling ball that's the same size as a beach ball, they're the same size. Which one has more mass packed into it, the bowling ball or the beach ball? You tell me, and you can circle either bowling ball or beach ball. Which one's gonna be more dense? So it's more mass packed into the same amount of space. We've got our picture here, which is of solid, liquids, and gas. So the little dots in there represent the particles inside. So you can tell me how this picture represents the word density. And we're going to get that glued in up at the top. So just all the way up here next to the number 12. And then we're going to need this sheet. So this sheet is going to take you a little bit more of your own brain power, okay? Well, maybe not okay, but you're going to do it anyway. So we'll read along this question, and then you're going to answer this one by yourself. I'm going to give you some options for the other three, okay? So let's get that focused better. Students in Miss Philpott's class were learning about elements and compounds. The students were asked to group the following: water, oxygen, carbon dioxide, salt, and nitrogen. This is how they grouped them. So they said that these ones were elements and that these ones were compounds. If we look back at the last page, that'll be able to help us a little bit. Did the students correctly group the substances into elements and compounds? Explain. So remember, elements are pure. You don't have to write this. It means they contain one type of atom. One type. And compounds are, we can remember that compounds is like combos, like a combo meal. It has more than one type. So I want you to hear in a complete sentence explain if the students in my class correctly sorted them. So you might start your sentence with, the students in Miss P's class. So then you're going to either decide did or did not correctly group the substances. And then it says explain. I know this because. So then tell me why they got them all right, or give me evidence of why they got it wrong. So this is what we do a lot of in science. We look for evidence, and then we use the evidence to reason or to support our thoughts, and then we make claims. Sometimes we do it in different orders, but we're going to do it in this order today. So water is made of atoms of, what is water made of atoms of? Oh, I put that up there. What is water made of? So write the two types of atoms that water is made of in this line and this line. Oxygen gas, the next one on there, is made of atoms of what type? Write that in there. Nitrogen gas, so that's over here, is made of atoms of what type? Put that here. Carbon dioxide is made of atoms of, so write the types of atoms there. And then salt is made of atoms of, so if you didn't know from the periodic table, this is sodium, and this is chlorine. Okay, so make sure you fill those in. Now our reasoning. So if we look at these blanks, blank are classes of atoms that are all the same. Blank are made up of two or more different kinds of atoms. What two words do we think can go in these blanks? If you said elements and compounds, you are correct. So which one is element and which one is compound? You decide and put it in the blank. And we're going to move on to claim. So this is what you would write as like a solution or something like that. Maybe like what you would write here. This is going to be like we took what we wrote here and we're going to extend it and make it bigger. Based on my evidence and reasoning, I claim that the students, so whether you set it up here or not, we're going to go back and decide here, did or did not. So here you're either going to write did, or you're going to write did not, you pick. Correctly sort the substances. I know this because elements are made of, decide how many kinds of atoms. 1, 2, 2 or more, 3, 1,000. You let me know. And compounds are made of 1, 2, 2 or more, 1,000 kinds of atoms. So then you're going to tell me what happened. Up here, I'm going to just read this and you're going to try to figure out these blanks on your own. So blank is not a blank. So that means it's going to ask you one of these. Oh, again. So it's going to ask you here, this line. Oh, I guess I have to zoom out so we can see all of it. There we go. So this line says blank is not a blank. So it wants to know which one of these is not in the correct spot. So is not a either element or compound. So you're going to either pick element or compound. Do not pick both. Do not write both of these. When I write your choices here and here, that is not saying that you should write both of them. If I see both of these when I go around grading, I'm going to be like, you weren't listening to me. You were just writing down what I said. So I want to know which one of our 5 choices, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, is not one of the things that they said they were. Because it is made of, and tell me what it's made of. That tells you it's incorrect. When that's finished, you're going to get that glued in at the bottom of this page. Now that's going to be tight, so make sure you glued in those both right at the edge. Okay, so once you get that glued in, you are good to go. Remember, you can rewind and rewatch this video as many times as you need. It will be here on my YouTube channel. Okay?